Hi everyone, I'm Lori Miller. I just thought I would show you today how I make bone broth. Maybe you've heard a lot about that on the internet. This is how I do mine. So whenever we eat a dinner, pork chop, chicken breast, we usually always buy skin on and bone in anyway. And so when you're finished eating, we just clean it up. You can either rinse it or not. In our household, there's just the two of us, so I don't bother rinsing the bone. And I add it to my freezer bag until it gets full enough. And then I pull it out and I'll show you what I do. So once I have a full freezer bag, I pull it out. And I usually wait till it's a little bit fuller than this, but there's no right or wrong. You just need a bunch of bones. And you put them in your pot. So any kind of bones will work, chicken bones, rib bones, steak bones. You just keep collecting them. Okay, and then you add any seasonings that you want. Apple cider vinegar is really important though. That, about a quarter cup, the apple cider vinegar helps the bones to excrete or leach into the water their nutrients. So that's the most important one. But after that, Himalayan salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, anything that you like for flavoring. Poultry seasoning, you just go to town. You can even add your own chicken bouillon just to boost the sodium factor, but if you're making bone broth and you have a mind for nutrition, you might want to find just a nice organic bouillon to add to your pot. So now, you're going to let it simmer, bring it to a boil, and then you're going to let it simmer for as long as possible. 24 hours, 48 hours, the longer the better. So that's how I make my bone broth. It's really affordable. I kind of recommend doing it in your own home. You can buy bone broths and it can get expensive, especially for really good organic bone broth. So just buy your good organic meat, and when you're eating it, you've got this raw materials to make your bone broth. So I'm making it in a traditional pot, simmering it for hours and hours and hours. We're in a house sit on Vancouver Island at the moment, and I only found a regular pot, so it's okay. I'll just simmer it for as many hours as I can, the longer the better. Another really great way to make your bone broth is in a pressure cooker. Cuts the time way down, probably from 24 hours of simmering down to maybe even an hour of simmering. It's awesome. So whatever you have for tools at your house, just try it. Try it both ways. Flavors are the same. It all depends on what spices you have and what kind of bones you were using. And I'm by no means an expert. This is just what I do. I do it once a week. My husband fasts from solid food on Sundays, and this helps him get through the day. It just gives him some nutrients, some energy, something in his tummy. But a lot of people make bone broth for the collagen factor and the health properties. If you've got other great tips and tricks, I'd love to hear about it. Please leave me a comment below. And another thing I'll mention is on the weeks I don't have enough bones, maybe we don't eat enough in the next week for me to make a batch, I buy a great product. It's from Left Coast, and it's not quite the same as home making your own broth. This, you need to just baby it a little bit. You boil your water and you add a scoop of this bone broth powder. Then once it's dissolved, it's very tasty. Again, I add my own spices to doctor it, but anyway, I'll leave the link to this below. It has come in handy for us when I just don't have a place to make bone broth and we need it right away. We just boil the water and add this product. So it's a good one.